I'm Nicholas Henshaw, and this is one of a series of short talks about different aspects of prayer. And what I'm talking about now is something that may sound a bit exotic, but is simply a very simple form of preparation for prayer. How to use the cross as a compass for the Christian journey. This is based on a type of prayer created by Henry Morgan, and it helps us to reflect on our lives before God in such a way that we become aware of the different aspects of our life and the balance or the imbalance between them. It's an exercise of prayer that can be used by a group or by an individual. It can take between 20 and 30 minutes, and you might find it helpful to have a notepad and pen as you do it. You can do this exercise sitting down or use your whole body, physically turning in different directions with each arm of the cross. Whether you use this as an individual or as a group, you may find it helpful to have a cross on the floor as a focus, or 4 different focuses or stations at the 4 corners of a room. In a traditional church building, the arms of the cross are already around you. Start by sitting down on a chair with a straight back. Sit in a way that is both relaxed and alert. Still your breathing. Spend a few minutes simply being aware of yourself and of your surroundings. Know that you are coming into the presence of the God who sees you, of the God who is looking at you with great love. Spend about 5 or 6 minutes just resting in God's presence. Now, what follows here assumes that you will actually stand and move about, but you can just as easily stay seated and use a cross on the floor as a focus, or a cross in front of you, holding a cross in the palm of your hand. Stand and face east. East is the place of morning, the rising sun, of new beginnings. Place before God those parts of your life where you are aware of new energy, hope, fresh starts. After 5 minutes or so, turn south. This is the place of midday, the sun high in the sky, the place of Sabbath, holiday, and also the place of fulfillment, capacity. Place before God those parts of your life where you are aware of Sabbath, of where you are living your life to its full potential. After another 5 minutes or so, turn west. This is the place of evening, waning, of reflection and rest. Also the place of the harvest gathered in, autumn and warmth by the fireside. Place before God those parts of your life which are evening. After another 5 minutes, turn north. This is the place of winter, cold, frailty and death. The place of vulnerability, of stripping down. The place of endings. Place before God those parts of your life where you feel vulnerable and needy, where you feel that God is far away. And after another 5 minutes or so, return to the centre Reflect on the journey you have been on. Note down things that struck you on the way. What puzzled you? What delighted you? What surprised you? Were things in balance or out of balance? Are there areas that demand attention? What is God trying to show you? Spend a few moments offering this time to God and say a prayer. Familiar prayer like the Grace or the Lord's Prayer. This is a prayer I love to use at the end of this exercise. It's a prayer to the Holy Trinity. O God, your name is veiled in mystery, yet we dare to call you Father. Your Son was begotten before all ages, yet is born among us in time. Your Holy Spirit fills the whole creation, yet is poured forth now into our hearts. Because you have made us and loved us and called us by name, draw us more deeply into your divine life, that we may glorify you rightly through your Son, in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God for ever and ever. Amen. Just one note in drawing to a close. Henry Morgan, who created this exercise, notes that it does seem to be worth repeating regularly, but not frequently, as a way of restoring balance and oiling the wheels of our journey with God. And if you want to explore further, please seek out someone to talk to about your prayer and the journey that you are on with God. You can find a copy of the booklet which I've been reading from on the Church at Home part of the Chelmsford Cathedral website.